On the first 9 offensive plays of Thursday night's game against the Bills, the Eagles' offense gained a total of 5 yards. 5. To say the Eagles' offense stalled early in the team's 20-16 preseason win over the Bills would be a bit of an understatement. They needed a spark. Doug Peterson initially wanted Carson Wentz and the first-team offense to play just 1 or 2 series. But after the team's third 3-and-out, which included Wentz's taking a big hit to start the game, he sent Wentz and his unit back into the game. "You want to get your offense going," Peterson said. "There is a fine line. But there's a lot of pride with those guys, and they understood that I wasn't completely happy with the performance early and they wanted another opportunity." Through 3 drives, 7 of the Eagles' 9 plays netted 1 yard or fewer. Things just weren't working. "It can be tough," Wentz said. "The first couple drives it was definitely frustrating, coming out 3-and-out every time. I missed a couple throws, couldn't get the running game going. It was frustrating. Again, we'll go back, watch the tape, evaluate and keep building this thing." When Peterson sent his offense into the game with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter, the Eagles began to use a hurry-up offense. It was a tactic to find some sort of rhythm in the tempo. It did the trick. First, Wentz hit Alshon Jeffrey for 9 yards. Then Nelson Aguilar for 7. Jeffrey for 14. LeGarrette Blount for 17. Then Blount ran for 8. Before no time, the Eagles had traveled down deep into Buffalo territory. Going back to last year, Coach Peterson has always had a feel for when's the right time to do then, when you kind of need a spark, Wentz said. That's what he felt tonight. It was effective. Eventually, though, Blount caught a short pass and fumbled the ball away. That ended the first-team offense's day. But at least they got some semblance of rhythm before leaving. Still, it wasn't a strong showing from Wentz and the first unit. Peterson attributed the slow start to the lack of game planning. He thinks things will be different once they begin preparing specifically for other defenses. Neither Wentz nor Peterson is concerned. "I don't," Peterson said. "Because I see it in practice every day. I know what they're capable of doing." Was the performance great? By no means, Wentz said. "This is definitely not where we want to be, but I definitely don't have doubts. I know we have the right guys, we have the right scheme, we just have to put it together." The Eagles were without their normal starting offensive line Thursday, which might have played a role. Jason Peters missed the game for personal reasons, which meant Lane Johnson had to switch sides and Matt Tobin came in at right tackle. And last week, the team was without starting right guard Brandon Brooks. Perhaps that's one of the reasons the run game struggled so much to start the season. Through 2 games, Blount has just 9 carries for 17 yards. Not a great beginning to his time with the Eagles. "It's going okay," Blount said. "Obviously, we have a lot to improve on, we have a lot of corrections to make. It's not going as smoothly as any of us want it to go. But it's the preseason, we're still in camp. This is the time to make the corrections and not take it over into the regular season." Peterson blamed the lack of running attack on the absence of game planning. Wentz thinks the Eagles will be able to game plan more for the Dolphins next Thursday, even though they will practice with them during the week. And if they can't get things going, Peterson can always call for the hurry-up offense. "It's one of those things, you can't do it too much," Wentz said. Going back to last year, Coach has always had a really good feel when's the right time to do that. When's the right time to push the tempo, when you need a spark. Tonight we needed a spark.